All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the Springtime Mania Free-for-All Tournament 3 Finals. And yes, here we are with Itor 98 versus Dodd on the losers bracket here. First match of the losers bracket in the weekend. We had an amazing show earlier today between Intelizer and Lotus on the winners bracket. I'm not going to spoil you the results, but I figure most of the people watching the stream already know the result of that match. But if you don't, go check the BOD because that match was legit amazing. So with that being said, we hopefully will see an amazing match here as well between Aitor and Dodd. I reckon both have sort of similar skill sets in the sense that Aitor and Dodd are both very comfortable when it comes to LNs. But we'll have to see how much practice both of them put into the SV maps and as well how well they can keep up the speed required to do well on a map like this. For those who are wondering, I'm Juan Crystal, the host of the tournament, commentating this match alone by myself. So, yeah, hopefully we're going to have a good match here. Remember, the winner of this match will be facing either Toaster or Andre MC, whoever wins the match, which will be the second encounter today. And of course, the loser of this match gets eliminated of the tournament. And as you can see here, the warm-up being Electric Butterfly, a 4K LN difficulty. If I recall correctly, this is on tier 11 of a long node curse made by Arquinoli Virus. So pretty challenging here, but you can see that Aitor and Dodd are both holding very similar accuracies, but choking way too hard on this section here. Probably one of the most difficult of the whole map, I will say. Dodd choking a little bit more than Aitor. He got himself back into the game at one point doing those very complicated LM patterns, but at the start of it, he was definitely rushing and having some issues. He's definitely strongly holding the lead now. Around 0.7% of accuracy advantage for him, for the Spanish player. This is Spain versus Canada encountered, and oh my god, Aitor is tanking hard on this part, Jesus. He might even drop the lead, and he's actually failing. He's close to fail. He dropped like half of his HP, and he's technically, yeah, he's actually losing the map just at the very end. Nice column lock there, and very good ratio, by the way. .76 and 95.95 for Dodd. Gonna see, oh no. Oh no. Of all things, I have to hear this awful warm-up. Chaos Maid it will be. I actually don't like this song all that much, but whatever. Hey, actually didn't hear that laughing, so we're good. Okay, so here we go. The second warm-up is about to start. Chaos Maid, selected by Dodd. Let's see how it goes. I honestly don't know what to expect out of this map, of this match in general, really. Like, I will like Aitor to win. He's like one of my favorite players in the game. So it will be very cool to see him winning. But I will say that Dodd's looking a little bit better. It really comes down to who practices SVs more as well, because if Dodd continues to do what he did throughout the whole tournament, he will likely not have practiced any of the SV maps, which will in all situations, give 2 free points to Aitor. The Alliance could be very close, but I reckon Aitor could take them. So that's like 6 points already in favor of Aitor. So we'll require Dot to choke at one point or another in one of the Rise maps, and Aitor keeping up with it. I'm not sure how well this two can keep up in any of the speed picks here for the pool, because they are very fast. And when it comes to the tiebreaker, really, it comes down to practice as well. If these two players actually practice the pool and practice the tiebreaker, it could be close. But I think it has a big amount of SPs, and I don't really expect Dot to practice the tiebreaker. But I don't know if Aitor will be able to actually clear the tiebreaker, so if it is a Sireed as well, that is. You can see on this map, which is more into LN with Majax, Dot is doing slightly better. He's holding a lead right now. Having a bit more of a coordination advantage, maybe as well when it comes to Jax. He's just more comfortable. We are halfway through the map already. Dot is finding another miss here. Not gonna hurt his score all that much because Aitor is gonna trade that. Oh man, those shields look disgusting, and Aitor is not reading them properly. There's some issue with some skins, like this one has it to some extent. You can't really see if there is a note right after the longer release. There are some skins that comes even worse. My skin, for example, has that issue. Nice jump trail there. Regardless, we see the end here of the warm-up. Not really anything happening at this point. It's just Dot clearly dominating this map. Holding close to the 99 here. I reckon he can take it. Oh, there's the miss right at the end. He doesn't get it after all. 98.99 for Dot. 98.26 for Aitor. Aitor gets actually a 12 on the rolls. Funnily enough, Dot follows up with a 32, which means that Aitor will be banning the first beat map and Dot will be banning the second one. So let's see what Aitor decides to ban here. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for the Jack selection of the pool. But he's actually banning an SB map. Okay, banning Pro Levi's. That's weird. Considering the Dot probably didn't practice the SBs. Leaving Abyss of the Darkness open against Dot seems like a very risky move, but Aitor did well last year on Jack maps as well, so we will see if that actually pays off. Definitely a risky ban there. Or an unnecessary ban, I will say. We're gonna see Dot banning the other SB map, Lyrid. Or actually, it's not the SV map, it just has SV. It's an all-rounder pick, I will say. So, a bit weird that Dodd planning that, considering that Anomaly is already there. But it's not gonna be the case, he's gonna go straight for Enigma now. So we're gonna see LM battles right out of the gate. Probably the hardest LM map on the pool, I'll say. So let's see how this will perform. I want to say that the favorite on this match in general will be Dodd. Even though I would like to see Aitor winning, I don't really see that happen. See, I don't think there's many points where you can count on log on a map like Enigma, but there's definitely like one spot that I can think of from the top of my head. I have to see if that ends up happening here. But regardless, we're gonna see Elenchar here, number 1, Enigma, Maestro difficulty. See how these two perform. I'm a little bit tired, so I apologize if I sound a bit off. Hopefully that doesn't happen, and the match is very, very exciting. We see Dawn already dropping a bit of accuracy there, releasing the third column a little bit earlier, many times already. Oh my god, Aitor just completely tanking that section. Dot finds a miss as well, but that tank from Aitor is just huge. Oh boy, and he keeps dropping. Aitor is not on shape today. But neither is Dot, apparently. He's missing quite a lot as well, and Aitor and Dot just straight in misses back from forward. The scores are quite close at this point. Dot misses again, gets a bit of a rush there, dropping 1% of accuracy, giving the lead back to Aitor, which drops once again to trade it back. But scores are very, very close to each other, and the accuracies are just 0.4% of difference between these two. And again, they're just dropping literally on the same spots every single time. But the accuracy advantage for Aitor is definitely clear and showing off here. He needs to hold on that combo for a little bit though. Not getting the 400 cap will not give him that much of a lead advantage. But he's doing that, and there he drops just before he reaches the cap. And Dog will try to sneak up some lead out of that. With this LM burst, he will try to hold his combo, and he does. But Aitor still maintains the lead by just a very small margin as Dog breaks again. And what is going on right here? Nobody's holding any sort of combo. Aitor drops again, but he's holding again a good accuracy lead, but again another drop, and that was a big one. Accuracies are now close back up again, and Dot finds another miss. I'm just gonna repeat the same. Dot misses, Aitor misses, Dot misses, Aitor misses, and there it is again. Aitor's just choking this last couple of notes, and that might end up costing him the match, but columned up by Dot, and this is just impossible to follow up. Seems like Aitor will take the lead and the advantage right at the end. 0.6% accuracy. 17,000 points of difference in favor of Aitor. It just went back and forth throughout the whole map, really. That was quite a cool Okay, fair enough. My Discord just decided to restart itself, which is fair enough, you know. Couldn't handle the hype. We're gonna see Dutcher's Gadget instantly as a second pick here. Aitor going straight for the LNs as he just won Enigma. He notices that he has apparent leads in terms of those type of maps, but we saw a very close battle and many chokes by the two players here. Can't go anywhere really. see how this works. Let's see if Aito can take another one here. I reckon Aito might run out of picks very fast though, because there aren't as many LM picks for him to force a tiebreaker. Neither he has the SV advantage, which normally any player has against Dodd, because he decided to ban them. But here we go, let's see. First transition, one of the easier ones here, and we see both players still holding their axes quite high up there. Aito is still holding the B1 double S. Dodd might just drop 1-200 or maybe 2. And there is 100 by Dodd, not gonna help him at all. Very, very well, but so is Dodd. This map is definitely on a level when both of his players can perform quite consistently. Seems like Aito is just doing a slightly better. He's still holding the B1 double S. Halfway through the map already, but there's a miss right there for Aito. It's gonna give the lead back to Dodd instantly, and another miss there by Aito, not gonna help him out. He still has the accuracy lead, and these two misses were very close to each other, so he's still on a range for one miss from Dodd being enough to recover. Question is, will he find that miss or not? Because Dodd is doing pretty well. He's dropping accuracy eventually, but definitely doing his best to try and keep up with combo. But in this Ember section, we start seeing drops, and they're drops by both of them. Aito actually losing the accuracy lead he had, and he's just dropping constantly on the Embers, not helping him at all this section. Provoking misses from both of his players, but Dodd is just holding the better side of things, holding a better accuracy. And with that done, this is potentially the last spot where we might see a break of any of these players. And Aito is a little bit too much behind now. He will need a big drop by Dodd, and it's not looking like it. Pretty much the same thing as we saw on the intro here. Not very big issues for any of these players. The map is almost over. Seems like Dodd is just gonna take this one. There it is. Better ratio by Aito. Overall, a better 200 count, but 24 misses, man. That's just not good enough. Dodd's just, his combo abilities are just carrying him through this. I'm curious now. I'm not sure what Dodd's gonna pick, because both of the main LN chars are picked already. There's still Move That Body, which could be selected, but I will say Dodd might want to try something else, considering he lost his last LN pick, like the one he picked. It's gonna go straight into Big Brother. So going more for a technical oriented pick on the easier side of things, I reckon. See if this two players can actually do well on Big Brother. This is a very easy to choke map in general. The bursts are not the hardest thing ever, but they're definitely very, very harsh to hit consistently. I reckon the consistency factor on this map is one of the biggest issues that anyone can have with it. It's very hard to consistently full combo a map like this. Here we go, let's see. White chart here, Big Brother. Absolutely, and there we go. Starting off, Aitor dropping at 200 already, but Daw dropping a couple of them. So it's gonna be, for the earlier section of this map, in favor of Aitor. As he drops a couple of 200s, he's gonna drop that lead back in favor of Dodge again. There's a couple of drops there. The Spurs are being a bit too fast for Aitor. He will need to start rushing a little bit, maybe sacrificing a bit of his own ratio accuracy to just come through this without dropping as many 200s. Dot on the other side has a very centered accuracy, and that's gonna carry him on this map if he can just hold the combo. Very tight accuracies there by the Canadian. And Aitor is just constantly dropping 200s. Most of them are being late hits. So is Don now, starting to drop a little bit of accuracy as well, but he's definitely still on a big lead. On a lead that will probably be swifted back in favor of the other player if there's a miss though. Go, still double full combo here, and then map is almost over, so I don't think even a miss can make up for this difference now. Dot and Aitor both full comboing, but with a 10,000 points in favor of Dot. 9 200s, that's a pretty good score actually. 50 there by Aitor, but not really changing all that much. We're gonna go straight into move that body here by Aitor, so right into LN consistency. My own map, so I collab with Underjoy. Hopefully it's gonna work fine for Aitor. Here we go. And there we go. It's time to see some dancing action here between these two players. Long no consistency. Move that body is the pick. Here we go. See Dot. Not only this time around, but we saw this on the other long note pick as well, so most likely come down to chokes here. I reckon these two players will do alright. We see a bit of a rush there, but actually late hits by Aitor. Aitor is still on the lead though, despite his late hits in the earlier sections here, but he gets a drop right there. It's not gonna help him all that much, but he gets the jack right, so This is still recoverable, I reckon, if Dot just has a little bit of a trouble hitting this one. So it's actually Aitor the one who drops the combo there again. And that's not gonna help him up at all. Another miss there by Aitor is not gonna help. It seems like the mood of the match is a bit off as well as I am. Which is a bit unfortunate. Dot's accuracy though is very, very low compared to Aitor, and he drops again, which is gonna give the lead back to the the last European player on the tournament actually. The Spanish player. Oh, nice edit. Nice commentator role there. Seems like Dot accuracy is having a little bit complicated time here, but he's still on the reach of recovery, but he gets another miss, a couple of them actually on this section. That is a very tricky transition, and he gets a couple of misses. Now into a more finger independency section, I will say here by Underjoy. Dot completely messes that up, but so does Aitor with a column lock there. Still holding the lead on his favor with a pretty decent accuracy lead as Dot drops on one of the jacks there. And it will most likely just end up being decided on the coordination section that's gonna come out right after this. Still a third of the map remaining, so anything can happen. It's a lead that is big, 20,000 points, but at this rate, a single rush can cost you so many different bad judgments. It's still the recoverable. Aitor's doing quite well, so does Dot on this section. Here we go now into the coordination section. This is the point where one of the players could show quite a bit, and there is Aitor's combo. Dot is still holding on, but Aitor seems to be a bit more comfortable now. Dot with a miss on one of the jacks. Up an accuracy drop for Aitor, but Dot drops the combo once more, and this looks already sort of decided. He just needs to get through this last EI well, as Dot misses once again. It's giving a lot of room to breathe for Aitor 98 here. Should be a point for him, to be fair. There it is, last transition here, last JK, last UJ. There's a miss by Aitor at the very end, but it's not gonna matter as he takes the map. 958,000 points for him with only 10 misses against 21 from Dot. Clearly superior performance here by Aitor on the long consistency map. But again, like I said, the long note picks are not infinite, and Aitor will start to struggle finding maps to win now. Go straight into Margaret Tiffer. Seems to be the pick by Dot here. So we're gonna go straight into the speed dense oriented choice here with a shorter map like this, like 1 minute and 20 seconds is the length of this map. I reckon it just comes down to who can full combo this. I think that both players are capable to do well on this, but one miss is just gonna crush anyone. Considering the length of this map, it really comes down to that. I think accuracy, of course, is gonna be very, very important, but I think the match would just be decided by the chokes on this one. Have to wait and see how it works. If both players can actually pull it off, I reckon the Dot can probably full combo this. I'm not sure about Aitor. Have to wait and see. So having a little bit of a struggle on the intro. Actually, he got a combo break, so that's no good news. Definitely happening on the start of the map is a good thing, but he will have to fight it back he will have to fight back for it right now because Aitor not holding the best of the accuracies, but definitely on the lead right now. But oh my goodness, there's the drop by him on one of the transitions that will keep the lead right back into Dot's hands. Right now it's not looking good for Aitor. Dot is looking on control for this map really well by him, and there's a miss by Aitor, not gonna help him at all, but Dot traced that. That's gonna mean, oh, there's another one. Dot is now in trouble because Aitor has the chance to get back into this now. The scores are very close, and the combo advantage is in favor of Aitor as the scores are just flashing back and forth like it's nobody's business. But there's another miss there by Aitor on one of the mini lands, and another one on the transition after the burst, and that's probably gonna seal the deal there. Another miss by Aitor, but a couple from Dot. It's not gonna matter all that much, as Dot just takes the point with an amazing accuracy there. 98.97 with 4 misses. Like, he has more bad judgments than actual 200s. That's impressive. It's going to be a 3-2 now in favor of Dot. And Aitor, like I said, started to run out of picks. He might have to go for Anomaly, but he's going to go for Chroma instead. It's going to be I. Gonna be more of a mixed tech-oriented choice here. Has some long nose, so that's probably the thing that Aitor is looking forward to. Let's see now, Chroma Ice selection, U difficulty. Good difficulty name, my man Gil. I have to say though, this is one of the riskier picks. Aitor is already starting to enter the area where he doesn't have as many good picks, and he needs to start doing the risky strategies. And Chroma Eye is definitely one of them. I reckon Dot is going to do very well on this. But with an OD 8.8, he might just have some difficulties when it comes to accuracy. And there it is, the accuracy. Starting actually not in favor of Dot, favoring Aitor 98, but not by much. Here we go. Oh, the SB is catching Dot off guard a little bit. He gets a couple of 100s. That's no good news for him. There it is. The no practice Dot is showing off here. The release-oriented section here. No problem for these two very well LM players. Very good LM players. Very well versed when it comes to that particular skill set. There is the SB. Dot having a little bit of damage, but so does Aitor. Actually, accuracies are getting quite close to each other. And this section might just help out Dot a little bit, but he gets a couple of 100s on the SVs. This speed is what Dot's needing to get back into it. But the long nose and the SVs are proving to be a bit of a damage zone for Dot on this map. And there's a miss actually by him right at the end of the mini LN trails. That's gonna give a bit of room for breathing to Aitor 98 on this one. Still have a third of the map remaining. And the accuracy is in favor of Aitor still. With his SVs, there's a miss by him though, and a miss by Dot as well on the transition, but a lot of accuracy drops there by Aitor. Accuracy are now tied back again, and there's no combat advantage by anyone. Aitor is still having a point lead here, and it will come down to the ending really. If there is a miss by any of these players, that could be the killer. Both players now on the combo cap already, and the map is almost over. The difference is quite big now in favor of Aitor, but there's a miss by him, and now the SVs is taking place. If he drops again, that could seal it, and Dot is trying his best to catch up here. Will he have enough time? That's the question, but he does not. With 6,000 points of difference, Aitor takes the third point of his own. One miss there by Dot, but a couple of 50s, causing him a lot of points there. Aitor takes it, not by much though, but definitely gets it. Better ratio for Dot, but better 200 count for Aitor. And at the end, it just balances out in favor of the Spanish player. We're gonna go into Avis now. The Jack pick. Dot instantly going to play on his strengths. Avis of the dark as it is. Let's see, 3 minutes rain time. Jack quad streaming pick. Very hard to act, but we'll see if Dot can actually avoid his keyboard drops outputs. Like in general, his issues have mostly been related to keyboard drops, especially when it comes to maps like this, more into Jacks. But will Acher be able to take this point regardless of the misses by Dot? Will Acher perform well? Comes down to now. We'll see if it works. Dot looking for what in practice and in theory looks like the best pick he had available. But again, with the keyboard drops, it's always coming to a point where it's just risky. And in this difficulty range, I don't blame if you can't be as consistent. Seems like Acher is having a little bit of difficulty on this intro, dropping a couple of 200s and actually a miss. I think he just forgot to change his scroll speed, I reckon. And here we go into the quad stream-ins. Acher seems to be a bit stable now after the early hiccup. No issues on the jump drill there, on the rolls. Dot is having an exceptional accuracy as expected on a map like this, 99.85. He is considered the Jack legend for a reason. Nitro is actually trying his best to catch up, and he isn't doing all that bad, but that intro definitely being a bit of a killer for him. He dropped way too many 200s and even some combo breaks as well. The rolls are probably going to be the only thing that could trip Dot up, and there is 1 200, 2 200s, but it's not going to be enough for him to recover, to lose that lead. It really comes down to who can call his combo, and there's the miss by Dot. Yeah, actually the miss by Dot. As I said, the miss from Acher, calling the Dot miss accidentally, but he's dropping quite a lot now, but so does Acher. So that's not gonna help the Spanish player all that much. The trades are gonna favor Dot at the very end of it. Acher has a slight combo lead, but it's not gonna help him out all that much as Dot combo is already above the cap, and his score difference is very, very, very big right now, 20,000 points. It's not looking like he will drop at any point. This mini lens could catch some of these players off guard, but it's not looking like it. He's just gonna mean that Acher's accuracy is gonna decrease even further. Oh boy, there's a double miss there by Dot, a bit of a struggle, but I don't think it will matter all that much. He still needs to drop a little bit more if he wants to keep the lead back. He is not getting all that smaller after the miss from Dot, because Acher's accuracy is getting better, but it's way off compared to Dot's, which finds another miss here, and another miss there. Map is close to finish, so it's likely not gonna make up for the difference, but Acher is gonna try his best to catch up here. He is getting closer, but it's not gonna be enough to get back into it. As Dot finds another miss at the very ending, it's not gonna be enough. He gets close though, 14,000 points here in favor of Dot, and that ratio and that 200 count, that's just hilarious. 412 normal 300s against 1,000 from Acher, and 9 200s against 72. That's a thing. That just happened. So now Dot is on the lead, and Acher has to pick. He lost already an LN maps, which is a bit of an unfortunate thing, because he could be, at this point, 4-3 on his favor. But he's gonna have to go and start picking stuff that is not strictly LN. And it's gonna be Endymion, more of a tech pick. Mix the tech pick again, a shorter one, 2 minutes. Gonna see if the LN sections actually helps Aitor once more. See if this actually works out for these two players. Aitor starting to pick the risky things, as I mentioned before. Endymion is now the choice he's making. If he manages to win this, he will need to win 2 more maps to force a tiebreaker. And here we go, Dots having a little bit of an advantage on the early beginning, but it's really not going to matter all that much until we get into the hard stuff. And there is a drop by Aitor and the drop by Dot, a big drop actually in terms of combo and accuracy, and he drops now again on the mini jacks, but so does Aitor. Accuracy advantage for Aitor, but not all that much. He gets another break on the long no Ember section, and Dot keeps that up, so the lead is gonna get a bit smaller as Aitor drops again. Oh man, this is gonna be actually fairly very close. Dot is now taking the lead back in his favor despite the accuracy disadvantage, but the combo breaks from Aitor definitely making up for that difference as we get now into the split-handed jump trees. With Dot struggled a little bit before, and he drops quite a big amount of accuracy on every single one of them, giving the lead back into Aitor's hands. But he needs to hold that combo if he wants to take this point. There's still a third of the map remaining. Aitor has a 3,000 point lead, and the slow gen now nerve-wracking for these two players as there are no accuracy drops by any of them, and there's a drop by Aitor in terms of accuracy, and that's a big one. That is now the lead. Dot is gonna fight his life now. If he gets any bad judgment, that could be enough for Aitor to recover. No column locks by anyone, and Dot is just on the lead. He's gonna take it at the very ending on the SVs, not catching any of them off guard, as Dot takes the pick by 4,000 points again, 5-3 on his favor. It was just one miss that he had to recover from. Aitor couldn't make it. And Dot takes the map, 5-3 now on his own pick. And boy, this is getting close. 5-3 now, Dot is on the lead. There is still anomaly left for Aitor to pick if he really wants to go for that. But what's Dot gonna pick is the question. Will he go for Gambit? I mean, Aitor is likely gonna try Gambit if he doesn't want to go for anomaly. But there it is, Gambit is the pick by Dot. Bit of a risky one, I'll reckon. And this is actually a bit of a risky pick, I'll say, for Dot. Just after breakpoint, he gets a chance to actually lose his own pick. So, I have to see. See if Aitor can actually keep up with this. 8-beat insanity. It's gonna be the selection here. If Dot wins this, he will have guaranteed for himself at least a tiebreaker. And Aitor will have to fight for his life. If he wins this, Still room for breathing on both sides. Here we go. Very tricky sections over there, the one-handed thrills. And actually, Dot is looking a bit better onto this, holding the accuracy advantage on his own, but both players are still full comboing, so this can very well go anywhere if any miss happens on each side. Still quite a decent amount of map remaining, only getting into the first quarter already, and this one-handed section is not tripping any of the players up, but Aitor's accuracy is definitely suffering out of this. He will need some drops from Dot, but the drops actually comes down from Aitor's side. And that's no good news. The LNs aren't really all that difficult, and Aitor will not have as many chances to recover from any rise drops he commits. Dot gets a 100 there, a bit of an accuracy drop, but it's not gonna be all that harsh. Question is, will Dot find a miss at any point of this map? Because if he doesn't, he's looking very comfortable on the lead right now. Here we go, both players are still comboing through this, but there's a miss from Aitor once again, and now he's way behind compared to Dot, which is still full comboing. It's not looking good for Aitor. Dot is looking very, very strongly on the lead here. A third of the map still remains, but it will require a big amount of chokes by Dot here. I reckon 3 misses might not even be enough. He will need an accuracy choke alongside a couple misses. Aitor's accuracy isn't that bad at all either. He just got a couple misses, and that's what's killing his core right now. Pro Luis was actually banned. Same for Lith, I think it was. Here we go on the last section here. It's not gonna trip any of these players off. Aitor, though, finds a miss, and that's probably gonna seal the deal here. The map is almost over. And as the map concludes, Dot is likely gonna get the FC out of this. Will he get it though? I think he will. He gets it. 99.48% accuracy, 983,000 points, full combo. Very good score there. 2200s, 100, no misses. 6-3 now, match point for Dot. Aitor picking for his tournament live now. Question now will be, is Anomaly the pick, or will he go for something else? Oh no! Aitor, why do you do this? Oh no! It's gonna be Kokoro, the pick by Aitor. Completely ignoring the fact that Anomaly could have been a better pick. Oh my goodness. 7 minutes of nap. I'm just gonna take my leave. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Oh boy, that was a long wait. It was so long that I actually managed to finish my homework. That's good. Oh wait, the map is not even starting. All right, let's just make this fair. If you guys have to suffer watching this, it's just fair for me to suffer this with you. Here we go. Seems like Dot is currently holding the lead, having the full combo on his own hands, but Aitor, with a couple of breaks on the early section with the Jax, is looking to struggle a little bit. There's another miss by Aitor, but Dot as well traced that. Remember that in a map that is this long, accuracy is probably going to be the main factor. Oh boy, that was a big choke by both of these players. Oh boy, Dot. That was a big drop by Dot. Having a bit of issues when it comes to the hunt streams. Another miss by Dot there. It's not looking good for him. He might actually drop the lead in favor of Aitor at any point right now. Oh, but there's the miss there by Aitor. No! I just want to play mobile games. Like, I just really want to play Fragrant Order. Or even Football Manager, you know? Everything will be better than watching this map. Oh boy, double miss. Dot and Aitor trading misses again at the exact same point. I wonder when their staminas are going to start to struggle a little bit. It seems like both of them are already starting to have a little bit of a difficulty trying to keep up their accuracies, but there's misses again, both trading, but Dot having a little bit of more damage, I will say. Actually, Aitor trading right after the jump drill though. Goes like around 6,000-7,000 points of advantage in favor of Dot here. The trade-in misses again by Aitor and Dot. Board just constantly dropping, pretty much like saying, okay, now we have to miss both. 3, 2, go. There's now a couple misses by Dot. 3, 4. Oh boy. Is that gonna be enough for Aitor to start catching up? I don't think so. He will still need a decent amount of accuracy in order to recover from this. But he definitely has the open gate now. Dot with another miss. Aitor still keeping this up. And the scores are getting close. Very close. Aitor drops a couple of 100s and 200s there. But scores are close. Very, very close. Aitor drops a lot of accuracy. Aitor stop. No! He just missed! Come on, guys. Oh, that finds a miss! Dog finds a miss, but it's just way too much in favor of Dog when it comes to accuracy here. I don't think it will be enough for Aito to recover here. He will need a couple more misses from Dog, which is starting to run out of stamina. And there's another miss by him, and Aito might just make it at the very end. Will he do it? Scores are flashing again. Aitor just needs to hold on for a little bit longer. He has the lead now. The map just suddenly became interesting. Will this be the gate Aitor needed? The scores are just insanely close, by the way, but the jump through at the end is gonna favor Dot. Oh no, Dot takes it. Dot takes it on the Jax. Will he do it? Yes, he does. 1,000 points of difference. 1,000 points of difference. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But Dot takes it. The rush at the end by Aitor ends up costing him the match. Nobody saw this coming. But Dot at the end takes it with a bit of a struggle. But that's gonna be it. 7-3 in favor of Dot. He advances, makes it into the top 4 of the tournament. It's gonna face either Andre MC or the Topster, whoever wins that. That could have been way closer. Like, I reckon Dodger Gadget could have been in favor of Aitor, and this one too. With those two picks, this would be tied now. And boy, will have that being amazing. But after all, many matches decided, many maps decided by a very small margin. But at the end, Dot takes it. At the end, what matters is who wins the most amount of maps, whoever reaches 7 first. But that's gonna be it for us though. After this match, Dot versus Aitor, we conclude with the streams of today. We still have one more match pending, which is gonna be, I believe, at 0 UDC Sunday, between the Topster and Andre MC. So you better be prepared for that one, because that could be also very, very cool. I reckon Tope has the upper hand on it, but you never know. At this point, every single player is just very good at the game, and it can go anywhere. The maps are very, very hard and very easy to choke, hard to be consistent on. And it will come down to who has the best day at that point, who's performing the better. But with that being said, it's gonna be it for us on this stream today, as we will close things down after the 7-3 victory from Dot, taking out the last European player of the tournament. And the only thing that remains are a Canadian, a US player, 2 Brazilians, and Intelizer from Japan waiting to see who he's gonna face on the grand final. That's been all for today, and I hope you all enjoyed it. We'll see you at 0 UDC Sunday for more action of the Springtime Ostmania Free for All Tournament 3. Have a nice day.